field of hydroelectric power in the EU. You didn't think Graz could get better, it just did. Jaguar produced cars all over the world, with this being the actual state-of-the-art production facility where the I-PACE and now the I-PACE are produced. Could we stop it, maybe? Maybe kill it? Oh my God, that's actually worked. I didn't. Okay, we're not making any more I-PACEs at the moment. Okay, it's here that up to 150 robots, like that one behind me, build the I-PACE. Not only, though, are we going to be celebrating the new Jaguar I-PACE launch, but we will be discovering how Jaguar are game-changing. You can get up to 100 kilometers by plugging in for just 15 minutes. That's like chatting on your mobile phone for a whole week on one 15-minute charge. Now, still to come, we'll be heading over to Mexico for an incredible challenge. But before we do, today's event is already causing quite the stir on social media.
There's a bunch of robots here, all moving in absolute unison. It reminds me of that time that I went to the NSYNC concert. Yeah. Anyway, what they're doing is they're using a combination of rivets and aerospace glue to construct the body shell. Anyway, just yesterday, the I-PACE was put through its I-PACEs, where it took on a challenge in Mexico with a little help from the Panasonic Jaguar Formula E team. Now, even if you have no idea what an axle is and you didn't know that it fits into a chassis, it kind of doesn't matter. Just look at that precision. This is a beautiful sight, and this happens here in Graz every single day. Being joined to the body shell is called the marriage, and in the case of the I-PACE, it's got two electric motors, one on the back axle and one on the front axle because it's four-wheel drive. Now I'm going to continue watching this for a couple of minutes because I'm totally transfixed by it, and then I'm going to come and join you, Jack, for the big reveal.
So, what of its challenger? We've brought along a car from an established player in the EV market. But does it have what it takes to beat the Jaguar I-PACE in our head-to-head challenge? The 100D is more powerful than the 75D, but will it be quick enough to beat the I-PACE? Let's find out.
Let's do this! Yes, I thought I had him, but 2 out of 2, I give up.
Proof then that Jaguar are really set to shake up the EV revolution. I think we need to pop into Mexico City and sample a few sights and delights.
With a 90 kilowatt-hour battery. Why have I started talking like Jeremy Clarkson? I don't know why that... It's a 5-seater electric vehicle with a sports car performance, making it one of the greatest cars in the world. So damn stylish, and the car is great as well. I mean, you must be so proud. It looks amazing.
We're all very proud of it, yeah.
So I would drive that car.
Jack, you can't drive.
I would get driven in that car. It is beautiful. Congratulations. Now, still to come, I'll be chatting to my new best friend, the yin to my yang, the Siegfried to my Roy, Ian Callum, Director of Design. And I'll also be meeting a second Ian, Ian Hoban. Don't worry, you're my favourite. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Come on, come on. The Jag bigwigs love that.
Big V8s or 6 cylinders. There is no engine in the front of this except a small electric motor sitting between the wheels, so we can have a short bonnet. And the great thing about that, of course, is it gives all the rest of the room over to the occupants.
This is quite an abrupt backside, can I say?
It is, yeah, especially for a Jaguar. But you know, believe it or not, square back ends in the car are more efficient for aerodynamics than rounded back ends.
Yep.
Worth bearing in mind.
Yep.
So we've cut off the back and we've followed physics to a T on this car for the right reasons.
Yep. Right, look.
Callum Cam.
It's a bit creepy, but don't worry.
Yeah.
It's so that I can show people what we're going to talk about. Take me through this, because obviously this is the place where you live in a car, so the cockpit's all important.
It is, you know, it's got more space than it was said before of a car of its size, but the great thing we've been working on is the amount of usable space and the practicality. For instance, the center console has got an opening here under the armrest.
Let's have a look.
And it's 10 litres of space.
Crikey.
That could be useful, couldn't it, Johnny?
That is big, yeah, that is big. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you've got the occupant space. Presumably, to design an electric car, is it a bit liberating compared to what you're used to?
Yes, it's hugely liberating. You know, from the wheel centres upwards.
Yeah, it's radical.
It is radical.
Is it fair to say that this is as radical as the XJ was 50 years ago?
1968, yes. Unfortunately, I remember 1968 quite well. This car is just as radical now as that was then. Maybe even more so.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. You watch this space. I think it will be.
It's growing and growing, and Justine is there maintaining law and order for us. What's going on, Justine?
Actually, very little, a few millimetres here and there, but overall, this does represent the concept car. We've built a concept car that you can buy. You have much more freedom. You don't have to worry about these great big lumps of metal we used to deal with, so it's actually a little easier. Yeah. The lovely limousines that were very smooth to drive, this car is full of serenity and quietness, and it's a wonderful place to be.
Keeping in touch after this event.
Yes, Jack.
Thank you, Ian.
But how does the I-PACE battery actually work? Well, earlier today, Jack and I attempted to demonstrate just that with the help of a large hose pipe and a whole load of buckets. Remarkable to think that 8 hours ago, this vehicle was just a collection of parts. And of course, because this car is electric, it's now ready to drive and it can be driven indoors without any kind of exhaust emissions.
That'll be the two electric motors, one motor on the front axle and one on the rear. In fact, you can see the motors just behind me there, hanging out on the wall.
How far does it go on a charge?
So on a single charge, I-PACE will go 480 kilometers. That's almost 300 miles. It depends a bit on how you drive, but 480 kilometers.
And how long does it take to charge at home?
So at home, it will charge in just over 12 hours from completely empty to... If you're out and about, you can use a DC charger and you can charge from 0 to 80% in less than 40 minutes.
I don't know what to do now because my next question is how long does it charge out and about?
Sorry.
I'm going to have to think on my feet and come up with another question in the moment.
It does have cup holders.
Save.
Everyone wants to know about cup holders. It has 4.
4.
2 in the front and 2 in the back.
Exceptional.
Yes.
Okay, that was a silly question.
Okay, right.
I'll end with a serious technical question.
Right.
How many rugby players could you fit in it?
Are we talking forwards or backs?
Oh, very good. Let's go with backs.
Backs, 5 easily. And a scrum half in the boot.
In the boot. And it's got 2 boots, a front boot,
Has
a fruit.
A boot at the front. Yeah.
Are we calling it a fruit or a frunk?
I think we're British, so we should call it a fruit.
Fruit.
A fruit, yes.
The Ians say fruit.
Fruit.
It was actually, I mean, I love factories anyway. I'm one of those people. I love to see how things are put together. Jaguar have clearly positioned themselves as a tech-leading car company, so yeah, good times. Ah, yeah, this is the bit where I ask her, yeah.
Alexa.
Alexa, ask Jaguar Remote how long until my car is fully charged.
Your car is currently 62% charged. It will be fully charged in 27 minutes. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
There is, but not in front of a live audience.
Alexa, please can you put me and Ian Callum down on the guest list for Paradise Gentleman's Spa in Graz? That's a lot of charge. At this level, it would get you to Prague from Vienna.
Prague.
You can buy an I-PACE, so go and get one and be the envy of all of your friends.
Thank you, Justine. I feel genuinely enlightened about today. We've witnessed...